All right, let's go. What is this? Abyss Script. Abyss Script is a deck I do not know very well. It's about getting your opponent to destroy your own back row. So you change your opponent's effect into destroy your opponent's back row, you being the opponent, and then something wild happens, like you draw 5, or you summon a bunch of monsters on the field. So this says if it's destroyed by an opponent's card, you could have your Abyss Actor, Pendulums, and you could summon them, I guess. The animation interrupted me reading the card. Konami, you gotta fix that. What's going on? I'm trying to read here. You could return up to 2 cards in the field to the hand. So if you trick your opponent to destroy your back row, which this would be in it, you get to return 2 cards in the field. What else? This one. If this set card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you could special summon any number of Abyss Actor Pendulums from your deck. So we have summon for the deck, return up to 2 cards in the field back into the hand. What else is good here? This one. If this card is destroyed by your opponent, you could draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. Draw into a bunch of hand traps. Draw into Droll, Maxi, Nibiru, which you already have in the hand. Let's go. And this is Dragon Ruler. We got Birth. We're going to be discarding another dragon to send from the deck to the graveyard. We're going to be chaining the effect of the Abyss Actor on the field, which states during the main phase, you could target a face-up card you control, destroy it, and then you could play another Pendulum from your deck onto the field. Okay. Sure. We got the field spell. I think the field spell is what... Yeah, there you go. That's what it does. The field spell applied the effect on the resolution of your burner. So it doesn't even have to be chained to the card. On the resolution. That is crazy. So what this said is that while you control Pendulum summoned Abyss Actor and any monster effect is activated by your opponent, it becomes destroy a set card your opponent controls instead. Wow. And then we're going to be activating the card that just got destroyed. And your burner does not summon a Dragon Ruler from the deck now. We are going in Kokomir Drago. Neither player can special summon light or dark monsters. Now, what's crazy about the SAR of this is it can negate the activation, not the effect. There's a difference there of a card targeting any monster you control. Because it can negate the activation, it can be activated in the damage step. So there you go. There's a substat of the damage step right there where we are negating the activation of the Sassy Rookie. Targeting a level 4 or lower monster your opponent controls and destroying it, negated in the damage step. Very nicely done. All right, goodbye to you. And the Drago has to reveal a dragon to stay on the field here. So light and dark cannot be special summoned, and I believe Abyss Actor's all dark. So what do? How do we deal with the Kokomir Drago, which was a popular side deck card back 10, 15 years ago? We're going to be popping it, playing a Pendulum card onto the field here, triggering the Wild Hope to add a card from the deck to the hand, setting up the Pendulum Scale, but we cannot special summon. So what are we doing here? We're popping our Comic to then swap control of the Kokomir Drago to the opponent with the Curtain. You take the Curtain, I take the Drago, but I still can't special summon. It's neither player could special summon light or dark, but now you can't special summon light or dark. Well, it's both. It's been that way, but now I'm beating you down for 1900. Sure. Well, it's gone in the end phase if I can't reveal a card. Yup. Okay, there we go. Very well done. So this is completely locking him down, right? He can't activate any monster effect, and this will just turn it into something else. This is once per turn, the monster effect turns into destroy a back row instead. He's locked out completely. Maxi preemptively not even using the Ash. Blaster is not going to work, right? Wait, it did? How does this work? I don't understand. He has to have a Pendulum monster on the field, so it does not work, actually. He is safe. Destroying the back row. We got Wild Hope searching for a rehearsal here. Okay. We have a level 10 Sinker we're going in. Did we think that our field spell was going to turn the Blaster into Papa back row, and that's why we didn't use Call by the Grave on Blaster? Maybe because we're under Maxi, we don't really care. Time to finger the grave. Now we're fingering the Blaster after it had already activated to summon itself onto the field to make a bearing to floor alongside the Ash. Can we birth anything onto the field? We do not have anything birthable. Nothing. Birth is just dead. Going in, taking out the Abyss Actor Link. We do have the activation negate a bearing to floor still activatable here. What do we negate? If you do not know what Abyss Actors do, you would not know what to negate. Should he have negated adding 2 cards in the deck to the hand? I don't know. Summon for the back row. Abyss Script, you have to negate this. It's going to destroy the Baron to floor. So forcing out the negate And if this only if this set card is destroyed. While face up, negated, and destroyed, it does not trigger any effects here. And we popping off. Can Abyss Actor deal 60, 100 damage in one turn? Surely, hopefully, the deck is good enough to do that. Superstar could set an Abyss Actor script from the deck, but we are not doing that. We're going into the Super Producer, setting up the Pendulum Scales. I think it's because we're going to resummon it, right? Yeah, we have scaled 9, 2 to 9. Summon 2 from the extra deck, as many as we want from the hand. Let's get to it. Double Superstar on the field just like that. We got Banana Head, Mellow Madonna, 0 attack on the Baron to floor because of the summon of Evil Heal. It just like that. Abyss Actor for the win. Using the field spell to negate the Dragon Ruler effect of summoning a blaster from the deck. All right, wow. I hope to see more of that, and we should, because you're advancing into round 2. This is Mannadium Scareclaw versus Sister Deck. Aratama is a search your deck, an additional summon for a rank 4 Xyz. All right, begin. We have Rykart searching our deck. We're going to be maxing before the Link 1 inherent special summon. Cross out, designate, negate the maxi. I do not think so. We do have impermanence, which if we imperm the Link 1 from searching the field spell, he already has a field spell, and it's already activatable only once. So this is a big debate if we activate. Did not impermanence. Very good. Very well done. Hold on to the impermanence there. We have a dead field spell in the hand. We got Vsauce here, which can now pop the Light Heart. And now we got the Peaceful Planet Calarium. We have used up our normal summon. We're going to be banishing it to, instead of summoning the Vsauce, you special summon your Rhymeheart, which will be adding a Mannadium card from your deck to your hand. Imperm, negate. Now, the Vsauce is not a quick effect destroy, but the Rhymeheart is from the hand. So had you impermed a Vsauce or some other card activated in the field, this would quick effect pop the Mannadium or the Rykart dodging the impermanence. So we have Aratama adding the Sakutama. So I do want to note that a lot of you may be thinking, why not imperm the Rykart? And the Rhymeheart's the reason why. You activate Rhymeheart to search, you then chain pop of the Rhymeheart to dodge impermanence. It's similar to Vanquished Soul imperming early against Raisin. You usually do not want to do that. We got Aratama searching for the Sakutama, making the Castapel. Now, if you don't make this with an Exosister, doesn't it lose effects? The effect is, if Exceed summoned using an Exosister, neither player could special summon from the graveyard for the rest of the turn. So we do lose out on that effect, but we could still search. And we could search for our Martha. Martha requires that we have no monsters or Exceeds monsters only. We could special summon from the deck. This is a card you do want to use Ash on. It's a big play. Mikalis is here. It could banish any card in the field plus search our deck for a spell or trap. We are going to be searching for the Pax, which could search, again, any Exosister, monster, spell, or trap. We have another Martha. We have already used up our normal summon, but because we had Elise in the graveyard, so it's very important that you detach Elise. It's a nuanced part of this combo to ensure that the Martha could special summon off of the Pax. Now, if Mikalis banishes a card from the opponent's graveyard, that will trigger the Martha to perform an Exceed. And that's exactly what we're doing. Martha is being triggered off of banishing a card from the opposing graveyard to now make Gibrine. Gibrine could boost up the attack of your field of monsters, and even newly summoned monsters are going to gain that boost. So we now summon Magnifica, which not only gains the boost, but has double attack and can banish any card in the field, wiping out the field. Goodbye to the Rhymeheart. Open field, attack number 1, attack number 2, lethal damage with Exosisters. OTK. Love it. Very well done. Thank you for that duel. Let's watch the rest of the match. Opening up with our Fenrir, actually imperming the Fenrir. This could be searching for a Scareclaw Kashtira instead of nothing, but I don't like that imperm. Against Mannadium on a Fenrir, that does not seem like the way. Imperm on the Rhymeheart would have been way better. We got Reframing, which will be negating Spell, Trap, or Monster effect. We have Obsidian pop in our ball. When the ball gets popped, it activates to summon a monster from the deck. Come forth another ball. That ball could turn into a level 4. And now we got the Excel Synchro Stardust, reborn a level 2 tuner from the graveyard. We can now make our level 10. This could be the Bestial, Dispater. We have Vsauce Starfrost, popping the Meek, and what's great about this is with the Mannadium field spell, it's going to be reborning the ball from the graveyard as we summon our last ball from the deck. Full 5 monster fields, come forth and summon. This is it. Get ready, get ready. Was I watching Leduc? I was watching Frodin's Into Deep videos. So we're actually not going to make it level 4. We're keeping it as a level 2, making a Scareclaw. Lightheart searching for the field spell. Field spell will be searching for a Scareclaw. Rykart will special summon under the Lightheart. So it's a small little detail here, but the positioning. Had you messed up this positioning, you need the open spot under the extra monster zone to summon that Rykart in that open position. And now we get the arrival. And we get to draw an additional card because we have so many monsters in defense. That additional draw, just like a Sky Striker Engage. Cross Sheep is here waiting for a Synchro Summon. We're going to be reborning our Vsauce from the graveyard to now make our Chaos Angel. Light and Dark Chaos Angel. Our monsters will be unaffected from card effects from monsters, and also none of our monsters can be destroyed by battle. So the perfect pair with the Chaos Angel is an Apollo USA. You can't destroy by battle. She gets low, who cares? She's protected. And now we're making the Dissipator, which could reborn a banished monster. We're banishing 2 cards in the graveyard for the inherent special summon of the Astra Loud, which will trigger the Cross Sheep to boost up the field and reborn from the graveyard a Meek. And with that, we now have a Baron de Fleur. Look at this Dissipator reborning the Starfrost. And as we said, Apollo USA indestructible by battle. What did we accomplish here? A lot. Pretty much a first turn kill. Negate a monster, negate a monster, negate a monster. 3 monster effect negates, but only once per chain. We have Dissipator, which can destroy a monster. We have Chaos Angel making the Synchros unaffected from monster effects. We have Baron de Fleur, negate anything. We have Reframing, which is negate anything. About 6 disruptions plus a Call by the Grave, the hidden disruption. The Reframing is public knowledge. Let's go. Morisaki making the only acceptable play. Now, this is why I feel like Master Rule 6, the turn 2 player should have their turn 2 draw already in their hand, and they skip their draw phase similar to turn 1. You may not know this, back in my day, turn 1 drew for the turn. You would have 5 cards, then you draw your 6th card. And I think they should do that for turn 2, where, you know, when they're doing a big combo play, you have your whole hand. You know, you could just surrender right then and there. Because sometimes it's so annoying to wait 10 minutes plus because that one card in the top of your deck could be a Kaiju. At least you would know it right then and there, and you could just surrender. Now, let's keep on going. And then also you have a better chance of playing through crazy turn 1s. No hand traps. Least special summon. And we are now going to be making our Mikalis. Mikalis is going to be searching our deck for any spell or trap. We're going to have the Vadis, which will reborn 2 monsters from the deck. I should say special summon, not reborn. So what we have to do here is we have to be careful moving any cards from either graveyard, as we will then chain the Vadis to you doing so. The Mikalis has no disruptive effect right now. It's nothing. It's vanilla. Special summon that Fenrir, reinforce the army, Ash, negate. We call by that Ash, it's a Jabate. I mean, this is public knowledge. We know the Vadis is there. We know it. The Ds will be triggered. Come forth and summon. The Fenrir will also trigger, though. The Fenrir could trigger, but they're actually... The Fenrir is going to be on a lower chain link, which means they could dodge the banish if you activate the Fenrir right here. So now both of them are going to be activating. So Fenrir is not activating. You could just wait for the resolution of them exceeding. There we go, instead of activating due to the Ash. Gibrine is going to be a monster negate. And Mikalis is going to be banish any card in the field or in the graveyard. Fenrir forcing out the banish, but the Gibrine is going to negate the banish. So we have the effect to still banish a card in the field. Very well done. We have Scareclaw Kashtira. Oh, you could have chained, banished your Fenrir to dodge the negate, and then you would have dealt, that would have been 2 for 1. You deal with the Mikalis and the Gibrine by banishing Fenrir, right? Get banished from the fields. Banish from, no, actually it's not field. I made up that play. That's a TCG only play, never mind. Mikalis dealing with the Scareclaw Kashtira at the start of the battle phase. It's very important to have your toggle on. Had you not had the toggle on, as soon as they declare an attack with any of their Kashtira monsters, you can't activate to then still have the effect to banish. You are negated right away, immediately. It's not a chain link to then to your negate, straight up continuous negate. So remember that, start of the battle phase against Scareclaw Kashtira, that's the way. And not at the end of the main phase. So toggle on, wait till the start of the battle phase. Pop on the ball gets popped, activate to summon from the deck. We're going to finger the ball. You do not get to summon another one from the deck. but Vsauce Starfrost is a level 6 tuner, plus our level 4 non-tuner here. We still have plays. We have great plays. We could link this off into the Light Heart, which could search for the Rhyme Heart, which could grab an Arrival, which could reborn the Vsauce from the graveyard. So that one Vsauce turned into a +2. You still have Vsauce on the field through Arrival, but now you also have a Light Heart and a Reich Heart, and we drew an additional card because enough cards were in defense. So that, I said +2, it's +3. I said +3, it's actually +4 because the field spell popped a card, the Reich Heart drew an additional card, and we had 2 extra bodies at +4 off of a single Vsauce. That's how important the card is. Chaos Angel on summon, banishing the Gabrine. Why are we in defense? We do not want to be... Oh, we're main phase 2. Main phase 2, we already battled. Now Cross Sheep to then perform our fusion summon play. Astral out to where the Cross Sheep's pointing to. Again, the positioning does matter. You want to position correctly where Cross Sheep's going to be pointing to a fusion. And we even messed up the positioning just a little bit. Ideally, it would also be pointing to a synchro. So the left, middle, and right zones, you want them to be synchro or astraloud. Synchro in the middle is pretty good. Maxi in the draw phase. On top of that, we have an indestructible My Battle Apollo USA with a triple monster negate. Negate the Martha. Now, what happens here? We summon the Aratama. It gets negated by Apollo. Or we just go to battle. So... you'd be thinking, okay, Martha's big enough to swing into Apollo, right? But the field spell's reducing everything on the field. And the Chaos Angel, he would have found out that the Apollo actually can't be destroyed by battle due to the Chaos Angel. Very well done. Mannadium clapping it up without all of its new support. What is going on? All right, Ashuna special summon. We did not max C because everyone is afraid of Gamma. The reason you don't max C is because they have lost to Gamma. Otherwise you would max C. So it's PTSD being the main reason why, because then they get a free level 8 to level 10 synchro off of your max C. No one wants that to happen. Happens once, never happens again. Cross out, designate, negate. We have Ash, which can negate the Ashuna summoning a monster from the deck, which will be a good play probably. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we could add Hara special summon. Oh, okay. The Serenir banishing before it activates because the Ashuna banishes as a cost. So you cannot wait for the activation. You have to banish it before it activates. Very well done. And that we're going to be adding it back to still banish it from the hand. And then we have Ash to negate. Did not negate though. Had we special summoned the Adhara, then activate the Ashuna to summon the level 7, which we know would be turning to a level 8 synchro, that would have been a good Ash. But just the Adhara banishing, I think it's okay to have saved Ash for that. That's okay. We have Taya banishing here to come forth and summon a token. And then we're going to be making our Grandmaster. We could Chainlink block the Grandmaster from Ash negating by putting the Taya on a higher Chainlink here. Multiple trigger effects, choose the Chainlink order. And we're sending a Sithara. Okay, we're grabbing a Blackout. Had we grabbed Emergence to go into Protos, that's when Ash would have been ideal. Now, we have Bystial, Lubellion searching for any Bystial from the deck. Light or dark from either player's graveyard. There is none in the opposing graveyard. Lubellion sending to the graveyard Serenir. Serenir sending a Bystial card from the deck to the graveyard here. Lubellion setting up a back row card as the Grandmaster negates the Bystial Lubellion. It could have been a branded beast if we wanted to pop any card in the field. We did not want to be dealing with that. Normal summon Ash and Lubellion make Psychic and Punisher. Level 11 Synchro. Okay. So the issue here is we're both at 8,000 life points, and this only becomes unaffected from activated effects while you're... Oh wait, it's less than or equal. It is unaffected. So it's unaffected from the Blackout. Okay, this is interesting. You would think this is when you have to Blackout, and he's still going to do it because the Punisher could get rid of the Baldrake to banish a card in the field, and we do not want that to happen. So the Psychic and Punisher completely unaffected here. Shadana is going to still, the Psychic and Punisher unaffected, so we tried to destroy it twice. Druistorm banishing the Serenir, and we have Ringo Worm summoning onto the field, and Nibiruing the entire field, leaving up the Psychic and Punisher. Let me pause real quick to read the Ringo Worm. If a face-up non-effect monster is on the field, your monster allowed me to special summon Ringo Worm, so thank you very much for that. That's what I wanted to look for. And then we had the Druiswarm being sent to the graveyard by Nibiru, sending Nibiru to the graveyard. We just gave up the unaffected part of Psychic and Punisher by swinging in. Was that a mistake? What do you think? Should we have left up Psychic and Punisher to be unaffected from the activated effects? All we dealt was 3,500 damage there. Now we have Baxia, which could spin the Psychic and Punisher back into the extra deck. Also, the Taya sending from the deck to the graveyard. We could pop the token to reborn a monster from the grave. We could pop the Baxia itself to reborn. And there we go. As I said, pop itself, reborn the Mo Yi. Now we're going to draw a card and search for the Grandmaster. Very well done. Had we left the Psychic and Punisher up, you know, technically, you can go to battle phase, you could swing into the token or even into the Psychic and Punisher. And then main phase 2, we would be lower life points and be able to make the same play. But because we attacked, we still keep our battle phase. We have Protos selecting Dark monsters cannot be special summoned for 2 turns. On top of that, we have a monster negate with Grandmaster. There's no way to come out of this. Baldrake is not summonable whatsoever. Very well done. Swordsoul, a deck we have not really seen too much of recently. I think because there's just too many options for decks to be playing. What do we declare? We have to declare level 4. If we reveal anything that's not a level 4, it's a free special summon. Serenir onto the field. Thank you very much. Foolish Burial sending any monster from the deck to the graveyard. Chaos Witch. I think when she's banished, she summons a bunch of tokens. We're going to send the Druid Swarm searching for the Lubellion. Lubellion's going to be discarding a grab Abyssal from the deck. We got our Magna Hut, which will banish the Chaos Witch, which will summon how many tokens? 1, 2? 2 tokens. 2 tuner tokens. 2 tuna into the Chaos Ruler. That's going to be milling the top 5 cards of the deck, adding a light or dark among the 5. We've got Fairy Tale Snow now in the graveyard. We have the Sharnga, which could special summon from the hand. Free special summon. Bestial Dissipator, which could reborn a banished monster. Are we summoning Fairy Tale Snow back in the field after banishing it? I think so, right? There's no way. Wait, we're actually returning Fairy Tale Snow back into the deck. This is interesting. Randomly drawing into a Chaos Mirage Dragon, reborning the Chaos Witch, now making a Draco Berserker. The monster effect is activated like Longyon in the hand, you banish it. Reborning Sharnga, and what the heck did we accomplish here? E2 of the Brain is a big card. We'll talk about that in a bit. So the Bestial Dissipator will be able to destroy a monster in response to its activation. We have Draco Berserker, which will banish a monster in response to its activation. And then Sharnga, I forgot exactly what this does. If you control a Blackwing Synchro, you can banish this card from the graveyard, target a face-up card in the field, and destroy it. Now, we don't have a Blackwing Synchro yet, but E2 of the Branded maybe synchros into a Blackwing during the opponent's turn. Oh, this card just got banned in the OCG. When this card is synchro summoned, you can, which means it can miss the timing. So E2's got to be on Chain Link 1 to summon the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, and then your opponent can't activate cards on the field. That's it. Let's go. Do we have it? Looks like we got it. Just like that, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. And you can't chain to this effect. It's like an access code talker. So put it on the higher chain link block your cards. What do you do now? You can't do, you can activate from the hand, but you can't activate on the field. And the Draco Berserker's got the hand effect. Very well done. We got that covered. Banishing from the hand. You do not get to summon, then summon a token. Holy moly. Why was this card banned in OCG? That's why. I'm not going to say because of E2. It's because of Centurion, another deck that I've been playing a little bit of. A very fun deck to play. Yeah, let's keep on going. Mo Yi reveal the Taya. Gia, when we stopped playing, it was still it was the same, right? They never separated while we're playing. I don't know how new that is, separating the TCG and OCG ban list. When did they start doing that? We're going to be Chainlink blocking the Mo Yi on the Grandmaster, a great way to play around an Ash Blossom here. The Emergence is something you would definitely want to be negating, and you generally directly search the long end to play around that Ash if you felt a delay in their hand. If you feel no delay, you could safely just grab the Emergence, but then you'd be thinking they're maybe searching for a Protoss instead. And with that, what do we have this field doing? We have a monster, quick effect to negate. We have negate anything with the Baron to floor. We have some private disruption through the impermanence, negate a monster. So we have about 3 disruptions to play through. Can Earl GBTTV do it? Is reasoning a negate? Nope. Declaring level 4, summoning another Bisty off the top of the deck. Triple disruption to play through. Gamma is now here. making Chaos Ruler. So you'd be thinking Baron can negate this. No, it cannot. Only the Grandmaster can negate it if we put it on Chainlink 1 to the, actually I thought there's a Serenade. It actually can negate it. We do not have a Chainlink block. Correction. Imperm and Grandmaster are the two negates that would work on the Chaos Ruler if it were Chainlink blocked by a Serenade or a Druid Swarm. Those are the two to Chainlink block. Now we have 2 Disruption. Now we have 1 because we just lost our Grandmaster. Should we have Grandmastered instead of using Impermanence? And now we have 0 Disruption. So, call by the grave, right? Just finger the Druid Swarm. You can't. It's at the end of the damage step, which is within the damage step. We cannot finger in the damage step. Playing around the finger ain't no way. Baron to floor negating, but now we have nothing. We do have a random Call by the Grave, though, which I didn't really count as a main disruption to play through. It's going to be a surprise one. Core of... You see? I'm out of here. I am out. I don't even want to give my opponent the satisfaction of them knowing that I had a Call by the Grave in my back row. I don't want them to think that they outbrained me. I'm just going to leave.